is, you know the rest. Look, listen, and observe, but also respect. In God we trust. It's obvious, the money ain't the root of all evil, but lack thereof. That's why they deprive you of resources. Why they focus on streams of income, at least 3 sources. We certified, we solidified. And they say they created hip-hop, but all that shit is lies. Cause every element came before the development of what we callin' hip-hop now. It's all relevant to all the topics we gon' touch on. Spoiler alert, as you play this album, ain't no club songs. Boy, that hurt, but this ain't no conscious album. It's just that real shit, that Black God mantra album. I hope y'all feel this. Spark the brain, 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 my mind is spark the brain, spark the brain.
The masters, the masters, the masters, the masters.
Grace and peace, Black family. This is Vicky Dillard, your sister with the curly braids. And I want you to get ready for the new Master Elements project, The Spear and the Shield.
This vaccine isn't experimental, it's like a dandelion. You overlook it for they weird science.
DJ RP Beats and Sincere Love the God have taken this time during the pandemic to carefully craft the soundtrack to Black empowerment with hot tracks like God Mine, featuring Sadat X of the legendary group Brand Nubians.
We never die. I made an ancestral shrine. Let's see what's in the God's mind. Listen, I'm a law in a person of sincere love the God. That mean your arms too short like Tar Anthony Shaw.
God painted me black.
God painted me black. Thanks for that. I'm a mention man.
A letter to Dr. Francis Cress Welsing.
I say to the ancestors. Dear Dr. Francis Cress Wilson, I just wanted to thank you for all the lessons you left us. So yes, I'm more than grateful.
And the controversial song Buck Breaking God today.
Why every black show they gotta have a transgender? Either I'm crazy or this gotta be a planned agenda.
Get ready, Black family. This is a much needed project. This is The Spear and the Shield.
Y'all see this joint right here? Listen, I'm gonna need y'all to place y'all orders, man. This hoodie fire. It's fire, man. Check it out. When you order the bundle pack, right? When you order the bundle pack, your hoodie will be shipped immediately. The canvas print that goes on your wall will be shipped immediately. And you will be the first to get the CD and the digital download before the album hits streaming platforms. So place your order today, man. It's on. Go to www.themastersrsvp.com. www.themastersrsvp.com. Place your orders now. The pre-order is ready. Master's table.
Have a seat at the master's table. We ain't asked for no seat. We went and built up our own. You see, it's rather stable. You got 2 eyes, 2 ears. You know the rest. Look, listen, and observe, but also respect. In God we trust. It's obvious. The money ain't the root of all evil, but lack thereof. That's why they deprive you of resources. Why they focus on streams of income, at least 3 sources. We certified, we solidified. And they say they created hip-hop, but all that shit is lies. Cause every element came before the development of what we callin' hip-hop now. It's all relevant to all the topics we gon' touch on. Spoiler alert, as you play this album, ain't no club songs. Boy, that hurt, but this ain't no conscious album. It's just that real shit, that Black God mantra album. I hope y'all feel this. With vast intelligence, we mastered the elements. I'm unapologetic, they call me a black supremacist. Knowing that's a contradiction.
There it is.
We here.
There it is. Peace, what's going on, family? Welcome to another episode of Sincere Love the GodCast. I am the God Sincere Love. Back again with my lovely co-host, nyctegur.
We here.
What is going on?
Man, rain.
Rain. It been raining all week down here.
Oh, we just got it today, but it was getting down. It started in the middle of the night, kind of woke me up this morning, like getting down. But look, it's a little like clouds over here, but then the sun is trying to peep out, but it was getting down earlier.
Now look at this. Okay, Facebook. Facebook got some new features over there, I see. Can you see that in the chat? I didn't do that. That's a feature from Facebook. So people could buy stars. If you're watching from Facebook, it says you can support me by sending stars. Stars help me earn money to make more content. There you go. Facebook family. If you're watching us on Facebook, there you go right there. And also, I don't see it from here, but I think if y'all watching us on YouTube, there should be a money sign down on the bottom right corner where y'all are able to super chat with us now. You know what I'm saying? You're able to buy stickers and super chat and all of that, which is cool. But I would suggest, you know what I'm saying, if you want to support us, that you go get this merch right here. Though. That's what I would suggest. You know what I'm saying? That's what I would suggest. You know, the super chats is cool. You want to send a super chat, it's much appreciated. You know what I mean? We just got our page monetized. They sent me the congratulations, welcome thing, I think yesterday or the day before. We reached the amount of followers and viewership time, and then they reviewed our page and seen that we follow the rules. We follow the rules around here. So
we follow the rules.
we follow the rules around here.
What?
So you know, y'all can hit the super chat if y'all want, but the best thing to do if you really want to support us right now is to go to www.themastersrsvp.com and pre-order the Masters Table. That's the new project by me and my brother DJ RP Beats, coming soon. If you order a package, though, if you order one of the bundle packages, your merch will be coming to you immediately. You will get your hoodie, you will get your canvas print. If you order that part of the package immediately, and you will be the first to receive the digital download as well as the physical copy of the Masters Table before it hits streaming platforms. So go ahead, www.themastersrsvp.com and place your orders now. Reserve your seat at the Masters Table now. Peace, what's going on, Nikki the God? Miss Drisana Sit Rabakari, how y'all doing?
Also, I would think a good idea for those that have already ordered and getting their hoodies, we can do the hashtag. We can figure out a hashtag so that we can share photos. So, you know, get photos of everyone in their hoodie. Yes. We can share that on the channel. So that'll be dope.
Absolutely. Hashtag the Masters Table. If you want to leave us a review, you know, that we'll definitely appreciate the reviews. Well, I do want to tell y'all that the hoodies are snug. You know what I mean? They fit like nice and snug. So if you like it a little loose fitting, you might want to go a size up. Me, I like the snug joints. I got my exact size. I wear extra large. It fits nice. The quality is good. The quality is great. It's not going to shrink on you or nothing like that. The logo is not going to fade off on you after one or two washes or nothing like that. It will last you for a while. But if you like your stuff a little loose fitting, I would suggest ordering a size up. If you got big titties, size up.
Wide back, size up.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, and thank you to everybody who's been placing their orders so far, man. We've been doing all right, man. We've been doing all right. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to all the day one supporters out there. Definitely appreciate y'all. Shout out to Michael Warden. B1 to the family in the chat. B1, everybody. Make sure y'all hit the like button as y'all coming on up in here. Make sure that y'all share this out on your social media platforms and let the family know that we are live with another episode of Sincere Love the Godcast. And if you're not subscribed to the YouTube channel, if you're watching us on Facebook or if you're watching us on Twitter, make sure you head on over to the YouTube channel, hit the subscribe button and click the notification bell so you can be reminded whenever we go live with new episodes of Sincere Love the Godcast. We're a little bit late today, but not too late. We do this every Sunday, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 1 p.m. Pacific Time. And we got our weekly series called the Black Business Showcase, where we bring on business owners and entrepreneurs The chop. I feel like we ain't had an episode of that in a while. Have we?
We were supposed to this past Wednesday, but she had.
Oh yeah, that's right. Last minute, we got stood up last week.
Yeah.
but Wednesdays, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 6 p.m. Pacific Time. That is when we do the Black Business Showcase. So stay tuned for that, as well as the official launch for the Pick Me GodCast with the Pick Me Girl, nyctegur, and her lovely co-host, Brown Skin Baddie. What you said?
I said, did anyone in here tuned in on Thursday on
IG
or YouTube?
Yeah, did y'all check out the soft launch of the Pick Me GodCast? And what did y'all think? If y'all was tuning in the other day, or if you watched the replay of the Pick Me GodCast soft launch with nyctegur and Brown Skin Baddie, let us know your thoughts in the chat. What did y'all think so far?
My was lit.
The
DMs is on fire still since Thursday. They still on fire right now, so I think we did good.
Crew Royalty, shout out to Crew Royalty in the building. Appreciate you. So yeah, man, y'all check that out, man. That was cool. They was hella long-winded though, you know.
Yeah,
what I'm saying? I'm like, if y'all motherfuckers don't wrap this up, okay?
The conversation just got so good.
It was good.
Were just very, very in tune and involved. And I think that's the part that I like. That's a little different from what you and I do, the interaction with the people that watch and stuff like that. It kind of gives you a feel, of what they're thinking, how they feel about what it is that we're doing. So I love that part about it. And to be honest, it got me through my nerves a lot more. It really, really did. Just having that interaction and, and their feedback, because a lot of them, that tuned in did DM me, was like, you did good. We appreciate this, blah, blah, blah. Like, it was amazing. It was a great feeling.
Yeah, it was definitely good. Y'all was killing it. It just felt natural. It was just natural. Black men and women chopping it up, talking about some serious things, talking about some not so serious things, some of the lighter topics. You know what I'm saying? Y'all was just touching on different things that people can expect, throughout the season of the Pick Me GodCast, as far as topics and all of that. It was definitely good. The chemistry was there. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, I know the guys, the guys was tapped in.
That guys was tapped in. Now, I did have some sisters DM me too, and say that they appreciated it and they loved it. But of course, sisters was like, I didn't have my hair done.
I already knew that what time it was. I already knew what time it was with that. It was late on the East Coast. I'm like, man, these girls got on their bonnets.
Yep.
They ain't got no lashes on and nothing. They is not about to hit no request.
Right now, y'all. Look, sisters, we just gonna the brothers need to know we cute, natural too. So yeah, the sisters hit me up and was like, I don't have my, my hair is not done, I don't have makeup on, but I love you guys' show, I'll be tuning in. So the sisters was feeling it too. Thank you to the sisterhood, because that's what this is about too. The Pick Me GodCast isn't necessarily about just relationships between Black men and Black women, but also the relationships between sisters and the relationships between brothers. So it was great feedback.
Right. Listen, she retracted that real quick. Somebody retracted that real quick.
And also, let me just say this to the white dudes. Stop sending me dick pics in my DMs after the Pick Me GodCast. This is not that type of party. If you want to support, you're welcome to tune in, but I don't want to see your junk, bruh.
That's what that block button is about.
No, I did. But
you gonna have to hit that block button kind of hard.
Now, brothers wasn't doing that, so I was very specific about what group.
Yeah.
Brothers was not on that type of time.
No doubt. How can I help you?
So yeah, but the Pick Me GodCast, super excited about what's to come. I've been doing some Q&As on my Instagram Live, just throwing out a few questions, and different topics as it pertains to relationships to kind of get you guys' feedback.
In the second grade, I work at Oxford.
And I can talk about that on the show. So I hope that you guys are, into.
Because no one else in the second grade is at.
Make sure you're following me at nyctegur with the number 1, and check out my Instagram stories, and I am doing Q&As there.
Go read a book. Well, read another one.
He's like, I read fast, Dad. I read fast.
He in trouble. He trying to sweet talk me right now.
The butter. Oh,
Close my door. Yeah, he trying to sweet talk me right now. He's my oldest son. He had some Oreos in his room. I woke him up to do something, and Seven seen the Oreos in his room. He like, oh, Dad, he trying to be sneaky. Look what he got. So I'm like, they his, son. He bought them. he could have those. He trying to tell on his brother. And so Zaire like, what, you want some? And I was like, no, he can't have none. And then when we left to go to the store, he went in the room and ate some. I came back, his lips was all chocolate.
Oh, he didn't. Yeah. Oh, man.
Yeah, all kind of chocolate all around his lips. I was like, come here, what you was eating? He was like, what you talking about? What does it look like?
He said, what does it look like?
He was like, what does it look like? He want me to guess.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, that's how we gonna do it. Go in your room, boy. No TV, no games, no nothing. Just go in your room. Ah, man, but what we talking about today, man? What's on the topic list?
So much, obviously. I feel like there's been a lot, we can just name some things before we hit the topics, but we had Brittany Griner. She was released. We had the drop of this R. Kelly song snippet thing, which I thought someone was trolling. Someone sent it to me, and I was like, somebody's trolling. I don't even think it's real. I didn't believe it, to be honest. Right. Van Jones and his apology, or what he claimed wasn't an apology to us, but obviously the recording says something different. Reparations is always going to be a part of the conversations here on Sincere Love to God. Dr. Umar dropped several jewels, but he also said some things that I didn't agree with. So yeah, let's go.
All right, that's what it is. So from that list right there, family in the chat, what topic y'all want us to start off with? Which one of those y'all want us to hit first? We got Dr. Umar from his recent interviews on the Breakfast Club and the other Charlemagne show. We got Van Jones thing. We got Brittany Griner. What else you said?
R. Kelly, of course.
Oh yeah, the R. Kelly joint.
Yeah. Also the lawyer, who was very instrumental in R. Kelly kind of getting indicted and arrested, but he just got sentenced to 14 years, which I thought was interesting. I'm like, it's just a lot of moving parts to this R. Kelly situation, and it seems like a lot of corruption as well. Like, I'm trying to figure out how, why is all this kind of happening with people that he's kind of had some type of business relationship with. Yeah.
I didn't even see that part, so yeah, we'll get into that. But a couple of people said Dr. Umar. A couple of people said they want to talk about Dr. Umar.
Dr. Umar was on the Breakfast Club, and I think he did Charlemagne the God's show podcasting as well. Nonetheless, he's touched on several topics. Of course, the Kyrie Irving, situation. He touched on interracial relationships, or these Black men in these positions messing around with these Beckys and stuff like that. So the one thing that I did not like is him speaking against reparations. Reparations is always going to be a topic, but I guess he's against cash reparations for Black people. We're not ready, I guess. And I just felt like that was completely off code. And I understand, like, he's a Pan-African, and when we're talking about reparations here in America, it's for a specific group. And I don't know if that's the issue that they really have versus it really being that we're just not ready. Is it because it is for a specific group and not every person that's Black, or what I'm saying? But yeah, that's my take.
I saw when Umar a couple of weeks ago, he was on another podcast and he was talking down on cash reparations. Did he speak about that again on the Breakfast Club? Because I didn't see the whole Breakfast Club. I just saw the clips that was going viral. I didn't see the whole Breakfast Club interview. Did he talk about that again? He
spoke about it again. So, and it's the same thing, and it's like you're picking the lower echelon of Black society, and we're just not ready for cash. Nigga, you ain't ready for yours then. All the money that you got from your school and we ain't seen the school yet, nigga. At least, a bungalow. Can we get a little bungalow or something? Show us that you're trying to do something with your money.
Facts. And that's what I said. I think we talked about it on here. I think we did. I don't know. I was talking to somebody about it. But yeah, it's like it sounds like the same thing that the dude Bucci Bear was talking about. Mm-hmm. Oh, y'all niggas just gonna get y'all money and go buy gold teeth and Air Jordans.
And if I do,
right? I mean, really, the bottom line is people are free to do whatever they want to do with their cash that is owed to them, but the money is owed. Like right. I don't understand what's so hard to understand about that concept. It's a debt owed. We're not asking for a favor. We're not asking for no handout or nothing like that. This is a debt that is owed. So if I crash into your car, I damage your car, I cause bodily injuries or whatever the case may be, my insurance company, my insurance policy is going to be liable to compensate you for those damages and for your injuries. Mm-hmm. Now, if you happen to be a crackhead who, instead of going to get your car fixed and paying your medical bills, you're going to go smoke up the check, that's your business. That's not going to make you ineligible for the check that is owed to you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And also, like you were saying, stop doing what the white supremacists do and allowing the lowest common denominator of Black society be the representative for all of us.
Right.
Everybody is not going to blow their money when it comes to reparation. As a matter of fact, enough of us are not going to blow the money when it comes to reparations. And the dominant society understands this. And that's the reason why they're so gung-ho on not doing it.
Bingo.
If they thought for 1 second that, oh, these niggas just going to get the money right back, they wouldn't have no problem getting this out the way. They would do reparations right now. Like, oh, we ain't got nothing to worry about. That money coming right back. You know what I'm saying? Let's go on ahead and cut them their check so we could shut them up forever. They could easily shut us up forever. That's y'all issue? Okay, cool. Democrats, we got y'all. Joe Biden, we got y'all. And just skip past all the studies, skip past all of the nonsense, and get to cutting the checks. And then we have to shut up forever and go support the Democrats. We say, well, the Democrats gave us our reparations, so it's cool. It's cool for us to give them our vote now. Right? That would be a simple thing for them to do. And they do it for everybody else. Anybody else that got a half of a complaint or a grievance about something, they make sure that they go ahead and get compensated. No plebiscite babbles, no studies, none of that shit. They just go on ahead and get right down to business when it comes to every other group. But when it comes to us, we're the only ones that get this hesitancy.
Even the ones that come here illegally.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They're basically rewarding, these illegals for coming here illegally. They're not even trying to send them back. As we've seen in New York, they got these luxury looking,
shelters,
stuff like that for them with Xboxes and all kinds of shit. And let's be clear too. I don't know if you guys heard, but they removed some other homeless people out. So yes, they can move these people in.
Exactly. They kick in foundational Black Americans and others, but it's predominantly foundational Black Americans who are the homeless in most of these states and cities around the damn country. But it's particularly in New York. And they're the ones getting kicked out in the street to sleep on the subways and whatnot so that they can make room for people who cross the border illegally.
Right. And
they putting up new like tents and whatever the case may be. What are them shits called? They're not tents. They like some shit that they could pop up real quick though. It's not an actual building, but it's not a tent though. But like she said, it's nice. They hooking it up for them. They got clean blankets and sheets, Xboxes, 3 meals a day, snacks, all type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? While they kicking the Black folks out onto the streets. You know what I'm saying? So they have no problem helping out all of these other groups. But when it comes to us, they understand that we're the ones that know how to make something out of nothing. So if you give us something, then we're going to become a competitive group. You know what I'm saying?
They know the part we cut from.
Exactly. We're the only ones that they don't want to have to compete with on an even playing field.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone else is busy trying to assimilate into whiteness. They're not really trying to upset the status quo anyway. But having to compete with us means the end of the status quo. You know what I'm saying? And so the dominant society understand what it is. So that with all Umar talking like that, coming from him, it's disheartening.
It's
you know what I'm saying? A lot of other people you hear with that bullshit talking point, you know, you could just chop it up to, oh, this is a tether, this is a coon, whatever the case may be. But when it comes to Umar, it's like, bruh. And then overall, okay, let's get on some of the other topics that they was talking about with him before I say how I feel overall about his recent press run. But what was some of the other stuff they was talking about with him on there?
He was talking about that TJ Holmes guy who's a part of that morning show with that white lady that I guess he was caught having an affair with, cheating on his black wife with.
Yeah.
And also, basically, he was just talking about, you know, the black men who get into money, to wealth, whatever. You know, when they do date outside of their race and get these white women, they're not getting the top, you know, echelon of, you know, the white women. They're basically getting the bottom, you know, the bottom sector, you know, of these Karens and Beckys, basically.
I don't know. I heard AB. I don't know if that's true, but I heard Antonio Brown. Is that his name?
Yeah.
I think his name is Antonio Brown.
Mm-hmm.
I heard he was smashing Tom Brady's ex-wife.
I think they all smash each other's wife because when you think about it, they all recycle the same women.
They do. I don't understand that.
Honest, they are recycling the same ones.
I don't understand that for the life of me.
Man.
For the life of me. But okay, so yeah, so Umar, he was talking about the non-interracial dating and marrying thing. I seen a clip about that, and he was talking about you know, black men do marry black women
at a higher rate
for the most part, but at the same time, more black men marry and date outside of the race, and particularly within the white race, more than all the other groups combined. I didn't know that. More than every other group combined, y'all niggas is dating Becky's. That's kind of alarming.
I think he's talking about the athletes, though, right?
I think that particular statistic applies to just black society, black men as a whole. Mm. That particular statistic. Shout out to Afro Elite B1, brother. So that particular statistic, they're saying black men, even though we do date for the most part and marry black women, we still have the highest number of people dating outside their race, more than all other groups combined. That was the part that got me.
Yeah, that's not good.
Okay, Afro Elite said Dr. Umar is incorrect on that fact. I don't know. I didn't look it up, and I've never heard that before.
Yeah,
so that's something to look into, because if so, that's like, damn, really? What does that say about us as a group, as black men, as a group? What does that say about our culture and our mindset? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely would say why there's a lot of single black women and single mothers and, you know, fatherless children. That it will say, if that is in case, you know the real stats.
Yeah, a lot of people are saying they don't believe that. Some people are saying percentage wise, but not raw numbers, and we know how they could play with that to make, to fit certain narratives. They could play with those percentages. But a lot of people are saying they don't necessarily believe that. So that's something to look into right there. Because I found that interesting when he said that. I'm like, damn, is that true? Yeah, everybody's saying they don't believe that. All right, we're going to have to look that up.
Well, because I feel like, wouldn't it?
I need a source.
Contradicting in a way, because we know that black men marry, black women at over 86%, right? So that they're dating, I don't know. I don't know. That just sounds weird to me.
And that's a good point too, Crew Royalty. We are definitely outnumbered. We surrounded by white people. So it would make sense. That would make sense too, as a minority group, if we only 12, 13% of the population, like they say, you know what I mean? That it would make sense that we, out of all people, are dating outside of the race, because white people, it's plenty of white people. You know what I'm saying?
It's still plenty of sisters out here that single that brothers can go find. So that's not no excuse either.
Oh, no, I'm not saying it as an excuse. I'm just saying I'm just saying numbers wise, it would make sense.
Yeah, but no, brothers, it's too many of us sisters out here for y'all to be hooking up with Karen and Becky and
listen,
Amber.
Listen. Let me just tell you this, and other sisters like you. Y'all don't want those type of brothers anyway. Let them do what they do. Those ain't the niggas you want. Trust me. Let them do what they do. Becky, y'all can have them. Y'all can have them. For real.
Those some self-hate Negroes anyway.
Facts. Especially the ones, I seen one clip with this Asian girl, and she was talking about the black men that be in her DMs. And black men be on her DMs telling her why they don't date black women and this, that, and the third. And she talking about how that's not a flex. She's not flattered by that. She's offended by that, or whatever the case may be. Those ain't the type of dudes that y'all want, sisters.
At all. And my thing is too, to the ones that's out there, I don't want your ass. But while you're up in here in these DMs of the other women, you do not have to shit on black people to do it, other black women to do it. If that's your preference, let that be your preference. But nigga, your mama black.
Right.
So you include your mama, your sister, your aunties, and all that when you're shitting on black women.
Y'all didn't believe the Asian chick. I believe the Asian chick. I don't think she lying.
I do too.
Yeah, I don't think she lying because I know niggas like that.
Yep.
I be checking niggas like that for shit like that in the barbershop. You got niggas that really think like that.
I believe it too.
But the crazy thing about those type of dudes, they'll say that about black women. You ask them why they feel that way about black women, and immediately you can hear the self-hate in their explanation. You know what I'm saying? You can hear the self-hate. But a lot of things that they'll say is black women are loud, black women are ghetto, you know what I mean? Black women are ratchet. You know what I'm saying? It's all the major stereotypes, right? But those same dudes will date a Cardi B.
And say she's spicy. Oh, she's spicy.
Cardi B fits every single stereotype, and she black, by the way. You know what I'm saying? She might not identify as black, and y'all Negroes don't look at her as black, but she black. She black with a Spanish accent. That's all it is. But she fits every stereotype that y'all say about black women, but you won't date a black woman, but y'all date Cardi B. Something is wrong with you Negroes.
She's spicy. That's just spicy and sexy. Oh, she's spicy. I've heard Negroes say that type of stuff out here about the Mexican chicks. When she pop off, then she just be spicy. Now, if I do it, I'm ghetto.
Right.
Too loud.
Bad built Mexicans.
Right.
SpongeBob, SquarePants, Mexicans.
And speaking of Cardi, she just did something on her.
I'm saying the Cardi B types. I'm not just saying Cardi B herself. I'm saying the Cardi B types. Yeah, she got money, but I'm talking about just those types. And how they'll still date them.
How did she get her money though? What culture did she use to get her bread?
Y'all forget the video of Umar and the white girl
Yeah, Umar. Yeah, Umar.
But look, this is what I wanted to say about Umar though, right? I don't think Umar understands. Maybe he does understand.
He understands.
What? You don't even know what I'm about to say.
You said he didn't understand, and just that right there, he understands.
Nah, but maybe he don't understand how he's being used right now. Why do the Breakfast Club and Charlemagne and all these people keep bringing Umar on out of all of the voices, the grassroots voices, right? And you know what I'm saying? Why do they keep bringing Umar on over and over and over again and parading him around in the mainstream media like that? I think that this is a tactic because Umar has become somewhat of a caricature of himself, and he's not really taking that seriously. They keep bringing him on the Breakfast Club and acting like they're high-fiving him and promoting him and giving him a platform and that they respect him, but really they're mocking him. Right. They're really mocking him, and they're using him and his antics to discredit all of us. Because Umar a lot of times be on point with a lot of stuff that he's saying, and he'll say some stuff that we don't agree with. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of stuff that Umar comes with, you know, he'll spit some hot fire. But along with his antics, it's easily discredited, especially the fact that he's been building a school for damn near a decade that has not come into fruition. And I seen Charlemagne and them, you know, fake co-signing. I'm like, yo, why don't you tell them what you got going on with the school, brother? You know, they been hating on you about the school. You about to get it popping. Let them know you about to get it popping.
They clowning.
Exactly.
They clowning.
I'm like, you don't see this backhanded compliment, or do he see the backhanded compliment? But he's just ready to sell out at this point. Does he feel like he's lost so much support within the grassroots? Because I like Umar for the most part. You know what I'm saying? I think Umar is a brilliant dude. I just think he's a little bit unstable. He's a little bit mentally unstable, and he has like some delusions of grandeur that kind of get in his way.
I think it's ego that's in his way. I think that's what it is. And then he also made a comment that he said that black men aren't let me make sure I say it right. Black men are not naturally built for monogamy, basically. I'm paraphrasing.
Say it again.
He said black men are not naturally built for monogamy.
No, I think he said alpha men.
Yeah, black alpha. There you go.
Yeah, not just applying to black men, but just alpha men, period. What you think about that?
I don't think that that's true, because there's a lot of black alpha men that take care of their families and, only want to be with one person. I mean, they have eyes, they see. I'm sure they see, beautiful women. You're not dead, but, the goal is to be with who you're with and raise your family just between you and your wife and kids.
I think he on point with that. You know what I'm saying? I think we get monogamy from Western culture. You know what I'm saying? That hasn't been a part of our culture going back into antiquity. You know what I'm saying? Men have always had multiple wives, and women, especially, you know what I'm saying, ancient Africa and all of that. We've always had more than one wife. That don't mean you don't take care of your family. It's just a different concept of family.
Yeah, but when
polygyny is just a different family concept.
But when they were doing it in ancient times, it's not in the manner in which these Negroes are trying to do it today.
But that's not what we're talking about, though. But that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about just the concept of polygyny, period. He's saying it's not natural to alpha men. He's just saying that's not part of our nature.
Why isn't he married, though? Why he got so much advice for married people and relationship advice for black men and black women, yet he has not said I do to nobody? And doesn't he have children?
Do that mean he wrong, though?
I'm not saying that it makes him wrong. I'm saying, why hasn't he stepped up and wiped someone? He's getting older as well. And he's around. He encounters a lot of women, with his travels and stuff like that. Like, I just question that. You know what I'm saying? Why hasn't he stepped out and, gotten married?
He's never been married? I don't know.
I don't know that he's ever been married. I know he has 2 daughters.
Okay. Because I think it's a little bit harder when you're in the spotlight, you know what I'm saying, when you a public figure like that, to find somebody who's there for the right reasons, who's really rocking with you, you know what I'm saying, that you could trust and confide in all the way like that. I think it's a little bit harder. But then again, it could be, something about him, something within him. I don't know. But as far as the polygyny thing, I could agree with it. I could agree with what he's saying about that. You know what I mean? And, I'm a guy, so why wouldn't I agree with what he's saying about that?
Mm-hmm. Next.
But, all right, what you think about the point that he made, though? Because he said, even though a lot of y'all will speak against polygamy, you will still rock with a dude who got multiple women.
Not me.
And put up with it. You never did that.
No, not knowingly. No, I'm not knowingly fucking with you, knowing that you have a significant other. Don't come to
a lot of women do.
Complicated. Don't tell me that it's complicated. Oh, I'm still there for the kids, or I'm about to move out. Well, call me when all that shit is done.
A lot of women do it every day. A lot of women are knowingly side pieces.
Because I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm telling, you know what I'm saying? Because what you're not going to do is be riding me, you know what I'm saying, at your convenience, telling me how you're into me and you love me and all these things, and then hopping out of my bed because you got to go home. Nah, I can't do that.
That's dirty macking. That's dirty macking right there.
Yeah, I just can't do it. Like, that's just, I mean, that means we can't travel together typically, you know what I'm saying? Maybe, I don't know, you got to ask, or you got to go through too much trouble to get out and stuff. I'm not. I'm not co-signing. Somebody call my phone and say, "Are you messing with Jerome?" And I'm messing with Jerome. Yes, ma'am, I am. That is my man. Yes. Yes. I'm not covering up for nobody. None of that. Yes. Jerome and I are very happy. Yes.
What Nikki said, what is clean macking? A clean Mac gonna tell the truth. A clean Mac is gonna tell the truth and be upfront and let a sister know what it really is.
They don't.
You know what I'm saying? Yes, some brothers do.
I ain't met
Some
one yet.
brothers do, and a lot of sisters be with it.
Yeah.
And that's the point that Umar was making. A lot of sisters will be with it, and they will rock with you, but you got to keep it real with them, though. You can't be deceptive. You can't be deceptive. You know what I'm saying? And lying about what the situation really is, and telling this woman you love her, and you're going to
that's the thing.
Woman and all. You can't do that. That's dirty macking.
So then there's just a difference. We have categories there. So that's dirty macking versus what?
You keeping it real versus just keeping it real, being upfront about what it is, so everybody knows what the expectations are. You know what I'm saying?
I think that dudes that are like that, though, for the most part, they'll keep it real with you, and they want you to co-sign what they're doing and get on board with what they're doing. But as soon as you say, okay, well, I'm with that, but what's good for the goose is good for the gander. So when we meet, but understand that I'm going to do me too. Oh, that's when all of a sudden, hell,
right?
You know what I'm saying? I don't want you doing what he doing. That
because again, you're dealing with an alpha male. An alpha male is not going to agree to that. But a lot of females will agree to what that alpha male is presenting. Well, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I got a lady at home. I ain't going nowhere. That's my wife. You know what I'm saying? But me and you know what I'm saying? We got something special too. A lot of females will agree with that. But most alpha males is not going to agree with, yeah, okay, but when you home with your wife, I'm going to be with my other dude. They're going to say, nah. Then go about your business. You ain't the one. You ain't the one for me.
We both got to be doing what we doing.
No, because a woman is not like a man. We different. We different. You can't move how I move.
I mean, it's not ideal, but some of us do move.
No. It's more than not ideal.
Some women do move like that, though.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. That's going to come with a whole different type of energy. You literally carrying around multiple spirits, multiple people's energy.
So are you. I'm not you personally. I'm saying that man. So why am I supposed to take on the energies that he bringing and he can't take mine?
Listen, you don't have to agree to it. Is what I'm saying. You don't have to agree to it.
I'm trying to understand.
But a lot of women will. Is what I'm saying. I'm not saying that you have to agree to it. I'm saying a lot of women will agree to it and be perfectly fine with it.
I can't be like super like I can't. Mentally and physically let go, knowing that you doing certain things with me and this person. I can't.
All right, so let's not look at it in the context of what we're talking about, whether it's dirty macking or clean macking. Let's look at it in the context of true polygyny or polygamy, however you want to say it. Let's look at it in the context of how that really works in a culture that really practices that, whether it's a Muslim culture or whatever the case may be, where a man has multiple wives. Everybody is in agreement. There's no secrets. There's nobody creeping around. None of that is going on. This is the family structure. It's this one man and 3 wives, and everybody has their roles that they play in the family. What's your thoughts about that?
Whatever floats their boat and whatever makes them happy. I just can't imagine that being something I would accept.
You think they're accepting something?
I mean, accept, believe in, decide that works for them and, their lifestyles and families, etc. Whatever works for them in their homes. If it makes them happy, that's fine for them. I don't want to do it. I don't want to engage in that.
Got you. What y'all think, ladies in the chat? Brothers, I don't even know what y'all think. But ladies, what y'all think?
Too many juices and stuff.
What y'all think?
And also,
one of your wives, you know what I'm saying, she prepares the meals, keeps the house in order and all of that. The other one, tends to the children and educates the children and all of that stuff. Other one might run the business behind the scenes, the paperwork, all that type of stuff. You know what I mean? While you put in the work as the male. What y'all think about that, ladies? Y'all ain't with that?
We've been doing that solo for a long time. I mean, at best, we might need a nanny. I don't need nobody up in your bed, though. We might just need a nanny. I'm just
Okay.
saying.
So y'all know y'all ain't going to convince this one. Y'all know that already.
We just may need a nanny. He may need an assistant. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's things that we can do, to make sure all these things happen. I can still cook. I can still keep the home. I can still take care of the children. I can probably use a part-time nanny, to do some of the errands and stuff in between, what I'm saying? So that we're still building our business and maintaining our family together as a unit. We don't need no bitch in the bed.
I think some of the ladies in the chat is with it because nobody has objected to it. So I think y'all with it.
And another thing that I'm not doing, and I have to say this, and again, I'm basing this on stuff that I see, online. I don't know anyone that's personally in the lifestyle, if that's what it's called.
I've known people in polygamous.
I'm not eating nobody's vagina. I'm not eating nobody's vagina.
That's not part of it. That's not a part of it. That's what we think. That's what we think as people outside of that culture, whatever the case may be. Those of us who are Americanized, Westernized, whatever you want to call it. That's the way that that's the reason why we are so much against it, because that's what you're thinking in your mind, but that's not what it's about. They're not having threesomes and shit.
Well, I'm saying the people that I've seen, like, again, this is social media. I don't know these people personally, but when they're talking about it, you see their, YouTube channels or, social media posts. It's always these two women got to be fucking around and stuff like that. I'm not doing that.
That's not real polygamy. That's not got nothing to do with it. That's just some other shit. That's not real polygamy.
They're calling it polygamy.
Yeah, but that's not what it is. That's just another type of macking going on over there. It's another type of macking. They ain't got nothing to do with culture.
Yeah, because I'm definitely ain't no woman touching me. I ain't touching her. And
yeah.
You sure ain't about to do it next to me and think that's okay. Like,
and that's homosexuality. That's homosexuality. So a man who is really, practicing that type of culture is not going to be for homosexuality either.
Even if it's two women.
Even if it's two women, that's still homosexuality. You know what I'm saying? So what they doing is something else. That's something else going on there. But anyway, as far as Umar, I think Umar is being used to discredit all of us, because Umar is not taken seriously. And they're allowing him to do all of these antics and be just loud and belligerent on TV because he's supposed to be a representative for all of us in the grassroots community. Understand that they're using him to try to discredit all of us.
And what I thought also was interesting when he was bringing up, the untouchables, if you will, and Charlemagne kept trying to evoke Kanye. But I did appreciate how Dr. Umar kind of, passed through that. Like, we're not about to just talk about Ye. You know what I'm saying? Because technically he didn't say anything, anti-Semitic to begin with. But Charlemagne was really trying to stick it to Kanye during that interview. And I was like, oh, I see you, but
you have
Umar played past it.
And Charlemagne got to do that. And it's ironic to me because even when they had the green black dude from the ADL on the Breakfast Club, and I only saw clips of that also. I haven't seen the whole thing of that, but he was talking about, he asked the dude, he said, when y'all do stuff like this, y'all make somebody like Kanye look right when they say that Jews have all the power. But nigga, you said the same thing. You said the same thing, nigga.
9 years ago.
So yeah, they rather have Umar versus a RZA or Tariq. Exactly. Exactly. Y'all see, y'all know where I'm coming from. They rather have a Umar or a Tariq because of his antics and just him being all over the place and just all of the memes and stuff over the years and all that. Umar has been discredited. He has become a caricature of himself, and the fact that he hasn't built that school and have a school going by now really discredits him a lot.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what they're doing. That's what they're doing. Why not bring Reza up there and have this to talk about the same topics?
Can't.
Bring Reza up there to touch on those same topics. Oh, yeah, it ain't gonna be funny.
Right.
Ain't gonna be no memes. You know what I mean? They don't want that. So yeah, that's exactly what's going on. That's exactly what's going on. What else we got to talk about? What's going on, Crown 808?
Hey, sis. So should we go here? Yeah, I guess we may as well. So, and I'm reading this one off of just the Shade Room because I don't have the other articles up. But journalist Michael Harriot calls Van Jones a liar and releases audio of him apologizing to the Jewish community. So we all know, everybody saw him apologize, to on behalf of Black people for Kanye West. And my thing is, why is Kanye West the only one? But anyway, so he lied. Said that, well, no, I wasn't apologizing, for Black people, blah, blah, blah. The audio gets released. Everyone gets to hear it for themselves.
I love the Michael Harriot on that one.
Right. And he clearly was apologizing, on behalf of Black society. And then he tried to create this corny chant. Yay, nay, yay, nay, or something that was so corny.
Yes. He's a very corny dude. He's a very corny dude. But yeah, the audio was worse than the actual accusations. You know what I'm saying? When people was calling him out, and it was like the griot and certain outlets like that who was calling it out. So it's like, you buck dancing.
If the griot or the root say something,
you buck dancing when you got Boule Society calling you out. Right. You know what I'm saying? You doing some serious tap dancing if these types are calling you out, right? And so Michael Harriot releases the audio, right? It was him, right?
Yeah, it was Michael. It was Michael Harriot that released the audio. He said this tweet was going to be a thread about a bold-faced liar who called Black media outlets to get them to retract a story, including my boss, but left the white media outlets alone. Then I thought about it and said, maybe it's bold-faced liar, ? Anyways, this. And so that's when he released the actual full audio of Van Jones really apologizing and with the corny chant at the end.
And has Van Jones responded to the audio being released?
To my knowledge, Van Jones has not responded since that audio, the full context of that audio has been released. He has said nothing.
What you gonna say?
Nothing you can say, because you're a liar.
What you gonna say after that? And there was a lot of people that was caping for him too. Who was caping for him?
There were several people trying to cape for him, but those people that
Lee Merritt,
they were caping though before the full audio came.
That's what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying.
So it's like, and my thing is, shut up. If you weren't there, why are you even speaking? If you weren't there to hear it yourself, you shouldn't cape. Reserve your, be quiet until you hear it. Don't, jump on something if you don't know.
So
and all y'all look like a damn liar.
Right. That was a bad look, but it's good though. It's good though. Everything is being revealed in this hour. You know what I'm saying? All buck dancers are being revealed in this hour. If you didn't already know Van Jones was a buck dancer though, some that says something about you.
Mr. Crybaby man, he always crying and stuff. Like, yeah.
Man, Van.
I thought this article was interesting. So okay. So this is on foxnews.com. Sam Brenton, the non-binary Biden official, stole jewelry worth $1,700 and second luggage, I guess from someone's luggage at the airport. So it says the non-binary Biden administration official facing up to 5 years in prison for allegedly stealing luggage in Minnesota now faces up to 10 years in prison for stealing another bag in Nevada, according to police report obtained by Fox News Digital. Y'all remember this little, let me see if I can.
I got to show y'all this funny looking.
Yeah, look at this. Look at this. Look at this.
I got to show y'all this funny looking individual.
I mean,
Jesus, this is just a whole mess.
You look like a dude.
This is just a whole entire mess.
This is a character too. It looked like.
Oh.
All right, while you're doing that, I'll just keep
Hold
reading.
on.
Samuel Brenton, who has served as the Energy Department DOE Deputy Assistant Secretary for spent fuel and waste deposition since June, allegedly stole a suitcase with a total estimate worth of $3,670 on July 6th at Harry Reid National Airport in Las Vegas, according to the declaration filed by the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department detective on Wednesday. The bag contained jewelry valued at $1,700, clothes worth $850, and makeup valued at $500. The detective wrote in the report that a woman traveling from D.C. to Las Vegas on July 6 reported one of her check bags was missing shortly after the incident. Police then reviewed security camera footage and observed a white male adult wearing a white t-shirt with a large rainbow colored atomic nuclear symbol design, removing luggage that matched the victim's description of her missing bag before quickly exiting the airport. So this fool was caught on camera. And let's be clear, the description of him was a male. So he over here, all the photos that you find of him online, he's gonna be in a skirt, he's gonna have lipstick on, he's gonna have heels on, but clearly, just looking at him, the description doesn't match what he, I guess, is or wants to be. All right, so police closed the investigation though after they were unable to identify the person who took the suitcase. How were they not able to identify the person that took the suitcase when they have them on camera? Like, that part doesn't make sense. Let me go down, sorry. Okay, Brenton, meanwhile, is scheduled to appear at a court hearing in Minnesota court later this month to face similar charges from a September incident at a Minneapolis St. Paul airport. Police accused Britton of stealing a suitcase worth $2,325 from an MPS baggage console on September 16th, according to criminal complaint filed October the 26th. So this dude has a problem being sticky fingers. He's a thief. We did it, Joe. We did it, Joe. This is clearly a thief. He has several incidents where he's stealing luggages from people at the airport. But let's be clear. He's part of the alphabet, people, and he's also white, so he'll get a slap on the wrist.
I know. Some chick named Star said, I bet he wishes he could steal another X chromosome too.
Facts.
That damn thief.
Like, he has a history of this. He has 2 cases pending for the same thing inside of airports.
That's Biden's boy, man. Or whatever. I don't know. Right. Don't get me confused. Although it's very clear. Although it is very clear. But why are you talking about this non-binary stuff? I want to tell y'all something that happened recently with me.
Oh, yeah.
So recently, my son, the 7-year-old, he comes home from school with his library books, and he knows everything got to get cleared through me before he's allowed to read it or anything like that. So he brings me this book right here. It's called Slob by Ellen Potter. Let me see if I can look up Ellen Potter real quick. Hold on. Let me stop sharing this. Let me see if I can look up Ellen Potter real quick. Boom. All right. Let me share this with y'all. So, I'm like, okay, son, read the back of the book for me. Let me see what the book is about, whatever. He starts reading it to me. And it says something about, he says, the main character, he's trying to figure out why his sister suddenly wants to be called by a boy's name. So immediately I'm like, whoa. Let me get that. I said, this might not be okay right here. I had to take the book away from him. And I started reading the book. And in the 3rd chapter, they was talking about this group at school called GWAB. And GWAB stands for girls who are boys. You know what I'm saying? And so I look up this author, and the author, like I said, the author name is Ellen Potter. And here goes this person right here, who is an author of all of these children's books. And so it doesn't say anything when you just look up Ellen Potter, right? It's just Ellen Potter is the best-selling author of more than 20 award-winning novels for children, young adults, blase, blase, blah. Everything just looks normal. But then, so I put in LGBTQ.
And boom.
Trans woman triumphantly changes name to Ellen Potter. So this is a whole man that...
I asked that. I said, well, I was going to say, is this strong face person really a woman?
This is a whole man that transitioned to a woman that's writing these children's books and including this agenda in these babies' books, man. You know what I'm saying? And so I had to write his teacher, let her know, listen, I don't approve of this. Y'all need to get this stuff out of the library. You know, we need to have a meeting with the media team who approves this, who says it's okay. Because I asked them, I'm like, yo, did you pick this book out yourself or somebody recommended it? And he said, no, I picked it. Oh, back to the Oreo. You see, it has an Oreo on the front. Mm-hmm. And so that's psychological too. A child is going to be drawn to that. There's nothing really to the cover. It just says slob and there's an Oreo in there. That's going to be attractive to a little kid. Let me see what this book is about, especially 7, because I don't let him eat that much sweets.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so that's like, oh, Oreo. I know what those taste like. I had those at Nana's house. You know what I'm saying? So he immediately wants to pick up the book because it got the Oreo on it. But then the lady in the library told him, oh, that's a good choice. Mm. She encouraged it. You know what I'm saying? And so, yeah, y'all got to be careful with this shit with the kids, man. Because in addition to that, I got him this book right here. I bought this book. Now, he has a whole collection of these Basher books. These books are great. You know what I'm saying? They got all different topics from math, science, technology, all of the stuff that he's interested in. Great books. I do love the books. And you know what I'm saying? But they do little subtle shit that you got to look out for. You know what I mean? And so in this book right here, he had just got this one the other day. I look at this picture. I don't know if y'all can see it good.
Yeah, rainbow stuff.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So as soon as I see the rainbows, my antenna goes up, especially since they have his bow tie as a rainbow tie. Mm-hmm. And they're talking about this dude named Erwin Schrödinger, who is a physicist. And so I look him up. Again, it don't say, it just talks about him being a physicist. And he came up with this cat theory or whatever the case may be. You know, something about quantum physics, this cat theory that he came up with. And so I put LGBT next to his name. And this dude is a goddamn pedophile.
Oh, Lord. No, what?
This dude is a whole pedophile. Let me look him up real quick. Hold on.
So is he writing books from prison?
No. He's dead. He's from like the 1800s or the early 1900s or something. Erwin. He's not the author of the book. They're talking about him because of this theory. The book is about physics. The book is about physics, but they just talking about him because of this theory or whatever the case may be. Erwin, how you spell his name? Okay, let's see. Schrödinger. This is him right here. He's an Austrian physicist, but he's a damn pedo.
And see, I don't believe in coincidences.
It's not no damn coincidence. This was like a dog whistle. It's like a little subtle hit for people that know they know. That's why they put that bow tie on him like that. For people that know, they'll catch on to it. And so I caught on to it. It says cat is out the bag. Schrodinger's pedophilia. The cat is out the bag. Let me show y'all this creep.
Looks like a creep.
All right. Let me close these commercials. Damn, this site got hella pop-ups on it. Lord Jesus.
That's a creep too.
Can't get away from
Yeah, that's a creep too.
Right. I can't move the ad, y'all. But it says the Nobel Prize winning Austrian physicist Erwin Schrödinger was a pedophile. All right, that's all y'all need to know right there. Y'all could go look him up if you want to know more. But yeah, this dude is a Nobel Prize winner, and they're still bigging him up and talking about him. You know what I'm saying? But going to our next story, I don't know what happened to nyctegur. But we could segue from there into our next story about R. Kelly. You know what I'm saying? Because it was circulating on social media the other day that R. Kelly dropped a new album.
Yeah.
Which turned out to be some type of hoax. But even the thought that he actually did drop a new album or whatever the case may be, people was all up in arms because we're supposed to be muting R. Kelly. R. Kelly's supposed to be canceled forever. But this pedophile Schrödinger dude,
right?
He still has halls named after him at certain universities. He still has his Nobel Peace Prize. You know what I'm saying? Part of his legacy. They still mentioning him in these children's books and whatnot. But R. Kelly has to be muted forever.
I'm not muting R. Kelly's music. Y'all can kiss my ass on that. I'm gonna listen to R. Kelly's music. Period.
Me too.
I ain't changing.
I was mad at my wedding when they would not play "Step in the Name of Love."
Right? Because that's a Black person staple at every party. We all gonna get up and do the dance too. You know,
they would not play it. They would not play. I'm like, yo, y'all serious? We had like a little meeting before the what do you call it? Not the wedding, but the reception. You know, the DJ called me and my wife over there. He like, yo, listen, you know, y'all got R. Kelly on the list. You know, y'all sure y'all want me to play R. Kelly? So I'm like, yeah, play R. Kelly. I'll put that on the list. You know what I'm saying?
He thought he was telling me something, you know.
Play the R. Kelly. No, you know, we just want to have a good time. We don't want nobody to get upset, whatever case may be. I'm like, man, it's our wedding.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But they ain't play no R. Kelly at my wedding, man. They ain't play no R. Kelly, man. I got overruled on that one. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so the album wasn't real. Somebody put the album up on streaming platforms, and I didn't even get to listen to it. I wanted to listen to it. I heard people coming.
I heard it. You know, it got released on social media, and it was just like, I admit it. Yeah, I messed with those young girls.
But that song was old, though.
Yeah, that song right there was like, I just didn't even believe it. To be honest, I was like, somebody trolling. I don't know.
That was really R. Kelly, but that song was a little old. He been did that, but like you could tell it wasn't mixed, it wasn't mastered. It was like a bootleg, janky version of the song. You know what I'm saying? I just heard the clip. I'm like, yeah, I'm like, something's up. So that's why I looked it up and said, yeah, it wasn't official. It wasn't an official release. So they took it down off of the streaming platform. When I first saw that they took it down, I thought they took it down, you know, just on some mute R. Kelly stuff. But no, they took it down because it wasn't an official release. It was some type of bootleg. So it says a new official appearing R. Kelly collection, provocatively titled "I Admit It," appeared on streaming services including Spotify, Apple Music on Friday. Although reps for Sony Music, which owns the rights to much of the singer's catalog, stressed to Variety that the album is an unofficial release, i.e. bootleg, and did not come from them, even though the copyright line on the album reads Legacy Recordings, which is a Sony Music catalog division. An attorney for Kelly, Jennifer Bonjean, tells Variety that the singer's camp is not behind the release either, and that he is having intellectual property stolen from him. Kelly is serving 30 plus years in prison sentence after being found guilty of multiple sexual misconduct related charges in New York last year. He is awaiting trial on similar charges in Illinois and other jurisdictions. So they got R. Kelly is under the jail at this point.
Under the jail. So I watched. I don't know if everybody on here should be. If you're not, you'll learn. But Tasha K did a breakdown on this too, and Black BGR headquarters, she posted a clip on her Instagram, which I also put in the material. And this dude, I watched him on Tasha K's show talking about R. Kelly, and he would, the way he made it, I believe the dude. Like, he was a friend and all this stuff. Like, they're just after him. He didn't do any of these things, and we connected because I was a tap dancer, on the like subways or whatever where R. Kelly was performing before he got signed. This is how we connected. Blah blah blah. Right. And so this guy actually has control or had control and ownership of his masters, i.e. this one song. He just got convicted. This one dude, and all of a sudden this song gets released. I don't know.
Got convicted of what?
So he was convicted. He was the one that was convicted of intimidating witnesses or something like that on behalf of R. Kelly and some shit like that. So yeah, but if you want to share that clip from Tasha K, I put it in there.
Is Tasha K gonna strike my video though?
No, I don't think she's gonna strike your video. No, because we're giving credit.
Tasha K be on some bullshit.
Tasha K, please don't strike. We're sharing it. We're giving you your credit, ma'am.
All right, shout out to Tasha K, man. We're gonna play the clip.
And it's not long. It's not long.
R. Kelly's album of songs that were unofficial were uploaded in album format today, okay, on Spotify and iTunes. Everybody hit me up. Tasha. Remixes and cuts to songs that he didn't want out, okay, that had him admitted to things. You know what I'm saying? Because when you do your first draft, you know what I'm saying? When you writing a book or writing a paper, you know what I'm saying? You remember how you used to have the brainstorm in school? You put the truth down. Then from there, you start to scratch out to make it just a little bit more fictitious, okay? But them songs that he did not want out came out. Now, let me tell you something. Everybody wonder how it got out. Sony has came out to deny putting it out, and some label called Legendary Records has put it out, okay? So they're trying to trace back who the shell company belongs to that had authorization to release unofficial songs that technically belong to Sony. Okay, and so Sony has demanded that iTunes as well as Spotify take down the album. All right, now everybody wondering how did the album get out? I'm gonna tell you how it got out. I spent 2 days with this man, Don Russell. Okay, if you saw the exclusive interview, we put it on both YouTube and we put it on TashaKLive.com. Okay, so go to other and watch. Go to each and watch both. Now I can tell you this, and I think he said this in the interview. The only person that has R. Kelly's recent masters as of the last 6 years is Don Russell. He got them put up in a storage. The actual masters. Okay, tracks that are unreleased in a storage. He's since, after he said that he was innocent, he didn't threaten none of R. Kelly girls. He didn't threaten to blow up no stadium. Surviving R. Kelly documentary. He didn't blow up nobody's car. He didn't threaten to release inappropriate pictures of these victims in order to intimidate them, only for the feds to bring the easiest case ever, his phone, his call log, his time, and prove that it was actually him doing R. Kelly's dirty work. But he wanted to brand himself as the tap dancer on my show. Said they had met in the subway. He was tapping to R. Kelly singing. That's what he said. Okay. And he's doing that in prison now, tapping to R. Kelly singing. Okay. So he is truly a tap dancer. Now, what's interesting about this is that he sat there and told me that he was the only person that was in possession of R. Kelly's music. Mm-hmm. Now he's due to turn himself in if he ain't turned himself in. So I best believe before he went in, because 2 years, 20 months, that's almost 2 years. That's a lot of time to take off and not work and to not have a backup plan. And then R. Kelly, he's running low on legal fees. You need money for legal fees. So what do? You create a possible shell company. I'm just saying hypothetically, because he got the masters. He got the master. He got the key to the storage. Okay, you create some type of album, upload it, have the residuals and the income coming back to you in the shell company that you started because you are IT geek. Okay, you in jail, so it looks like you ain't do it, but you had somebody press send at the right time just so it can collect royalties. So when your tap dancing ass get out, you got a little check to play with. So I'm guaranteeing with everything in me, this is the person that did it. Okay, this is the person that did it.
All right. So
I watched it. I watched those 2 days of shows. It was like a two-day, episode, like 2 hours or whatever. That interview that she did with him, and he did say that he is the only one who has copies of his masters and all this kind of stuff. So it is kind of strange. As soon as he gets convicted, all of a sudden, I admit it, gets released.
So I don't know nothing about that, but just listening to that right there, it's some holes in there because people don't understand the master copy. She's first said the masters belong to Sony Records. So if Sony owned the masters, how's a random nigga gonna have possession of it? You know what I'm saying? R. Kelly wouldn't even have possession of his own masters if he was out. You know what I'm saying? Okay. And then, like I said, when I heard it, you could tell that it's a janky version. It's not mixed. It's not mastered. You know what I'm saying? So what he had,
Can I ask a question? Since you do music, when they say masters, is that the mixed and mastered version or before it's mixed and mastered?
It's going to be mixed and mastered. It's going to be finished. It's going to be complete. That's why when you see they re-put out like an old classic or whatever the case may be, they'll say, like a box set or something like that. It'd be like the remastered version. Like they'll master it, they'll mix and master it again so that it's suitable for today's technology. If it came out back in the days when we was listening to records or cassettes or CDs or whatever, they'll remaster it so that it sounds how it's supposed to sound on streaming platforms and all of that. But yeah, Sony is going to be in possession of those actual masters if that's their property. You know what I'm saying? They own that. They're not going to just let some random nigga have access to that like that. Also, if that wasn't, like I said, when I heard it, it sounded janky. So it's not a finished version of whatever it is, like a demo version. So maybe he had the demos, you know what I'm saying? And that's what he uploaded. If he did do that, that still wasn't a good plan because you wasn't about to make that much money off of streaming. Like the streaming it's not as lucrative as people think like that. You know what I'm saying? Especially now, like it used to take like 1,500 streams to be equivalent to one sale. Now it's like 3,000 streams.
But it's R. Kelly.
Yeah, and I could see the controversy and all of that stuff. You know what I mean? It would probably do some good numbers, but not enough to get you out of jail.
Maybe enough to pay a lawyer some extra fees.
I don't know.
Maybe. Oh, okay. I don't know.
Oh, you like that? Boom. Yes, indeed. And shout out to Star, man. So I saw your order. I saw you put your order in, Star. Did you get my emails? When y'all place y'all orders, y'all should expect to see at least 2 follow-up emails. One email should have your receipt confirming your order. And then the follow-up email will come from me thanking you for RSVPing, letting you know that your seat has been reserved at the master's table and all of that. So did you get your RSVP emails from me, Star? And when you get your hoodie, I need you to give me a review. I need you to give me a review so we can let everybody know the merch is popping, how it's supposed to pop. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, once again, y'all, www.themastersrsvp.com. Place your orders for the upcoming Masters Table now. Reserve your seats at the Masters Tables now. All right, yeah, for sure. Let me know. And your hoodie, I think you ordered the package with the hoodie. It will be on the way immediately. Your hoodie will be on the way immediately. If you got the canvas print, that will be on the way immediately. The only thing that you got to wait for is the actual music. When the music drops, you will be the first one to get it before it hits streaming platforms. So just let everybody know.
Hey, I'm reserving my seat. All right. So, what do we do? Oh, I like to talk about this. I thought this was crazy. You know what I'm saying? This happened in Detroit. Excuse me. A white officer guilty in assaulting a black veteran Detroit cop in 2019 case. So this happened in 2019. He literally just got convicted. I want to say December 2022. So don't know. They claim it was due to COVID and stuff like that as the reason why the case took so long. But basically, this black officer had money or whatever, and the white officer didn't feel like he should have a certain amount of cash on him, and basically charged him. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if he was trying to arrest him though. He was basically though saying that he should not have this type of money. So it says suspected racist cop sees a black cop with what he thought was more money than he should have, so he chased him down and tackled him. Sad part is initially the boss covered for him. So also the chief or the head officer in charge is black.
Was black?
Yep. And listen to his excuse as to why he did not believe the black officer initially.
On the video?
On the video.
All right. Once again, man, copyright disclaimer under section 107 of the Copyright Act, 1972?
1976.
1976. Fair use.
Fair use.
Yeah, guys, that cop will be sentenced in a couple of months. And although this charge is a misdemeanor, it's serious nonetheless. Both the officer who was assaulted and
these niggas be cracking me up. You know he don't talk like that.
Right.
These niggas be cracking me up with this shit right here.
The police chief tell me the jury got this right.
We, the jury, in the above entitled action, find the defendant, Thomas Michael Joseph Jones, guilty.
A jury convicts a Detroit cop of assaulting another in a case that made national headlines, embarrassed DPD, and humiliated an 18-year veteran of the force.
Well, I'm able to get some sleep now after all this time, so it's a good thing.
It was a little more than 3 years ago when Officer Tom Jones, a white man, chased down Officer Christopher Williams, shoved him into a fence, and forcefully handcuffed him at the department's training center, where roughly 100 plainclothes cops were logging hours to meet yearly training standards. Jones saw Williams with a large amount of cash on his person in the bathroom of that training center and suspected him of wrongdoing.
For him to work the street, what will he do to my grandmother, to my mother?
About your father.
I hope he won't put them in cuffs for having money on them.
I like that. What is that? That sweater he got on at Nipsey joint?
It's just talking about a sweater.
Yeah, that joint look kind of.
The element of race doesn't escape me either. That this white officer saw fit to tell this black man that you're not supposed to have that kind of money on you.
Chief James White, who was an assistant chief at the time, panned claims of racism and said Jones's actions were not unreasonable if he suspected.
He just got the whole coon look to him.
Right.
He's got that whole coon look. Hey, come on, man.
But he said that it wasn't what the officer did was not unreasonable. But you're talking about he's doing this to another officer. This wasn't someone walking down the street that you may have suspected of selling drugs and stuff, which is still, you're not supposed to racially profile anyone. But this is another officer.
Right. He white though.
Right.
Williams of a crime.
With regards to, the actions of an officer encountering someone with money, that's never okay.
The chief says his initial assessment of the incident in 2019 was dead wrong and rooted in bad information.
The briefing that I got on what transpired had a lot to do with people from the outside being in the building and doing work, and that people didn't know who were the police and who weren't because there was so many people in the building putting in a gym at the time. Immediately when we got into the investigation.
Yeah, but even with that information, you just said it's not okay whether it was an officer or not.
Right. It's a contradiction.
Yeah.
Investigation we found that was not completely accurate.
That led DPD to send the case to the Wayne County Prosecutor's Office, which charged, tried, and got a jury to convict Jones. And although he's still on the job, he's been off the street since 2019, and more disciplinary action is looming.
If this is, racially motivated and the investigation is pretty much concluded with a few exceptions, that will start after the criminal proceeding as it relates to security rights and things such as that. There's no room for anyone that operates that way in the police department.
Should this guy? What's up with all this word salad, man?
Right.
What y'all gonna do?
What's the punishment?
Exactly. What's all this explaining?
Yeah, he was charged with a misdemeanor.
Yo, but look at that sweater he got on though. You see the Nipsey Hussle with the umbrella, John? I never seen that before. Who making those? Somebody holler at me.
I'll still be in Detroit County.
Oh, he gonna do it again. 110%.
All right.
All right, guys, the Chief told.
That's enough of that. But yeah, man. All skin folk ain't your kin folk. I don't know what happened to Nicety. Nicety keep dropping out. All skin folk ain't your kin folk though, man. Man, hold on. Let me see what else we got to talk about before we wrap up today. It's almost 6 o'clock already. I wanted to talk. Okay, I know what I want to talk about with y'all. Let me pull this up. I'll try to give Nicely a second to get back up in here also. But let me pull this thread up on Twitter. Did y'all see in New York City, they were having a meeting about some new bill that they're trying to get passed to protect tenants, Black tenants in particular, from being discriminated against by these Asian landlords. So the meeting that they had was about discrimination against formerly incarcerated and other vulnerable groups. But really, it seems like they were just targeting black people from not being able to live in certain areas and certain buildings that are owned by these Asians out there. Did you just change clothes real quick?
No, I always had this on. You just couldn't see it at first. Foxy Brown shirt.
Oh, Pam Grier. Okay.
Yeah.
Pam Grier. Okay. But yeah, this is the thread right here. Let me share this with y'all. And shout out to Non-Human Media. They're the ones that created this thread. Let me get it on the screen. Boom. So for context, he says this meeting was about housing discrimination against formerly incarcerated and other vulnerable groups. One side is fighting for tenants and the other is fighting for landlords. All New Yorkers need a permanent place to live. This is a quote. All New Yorkers need a permanent place to live, not just white people. So I'm going to play the Asians first. So this is what the Asians was in there talking about.
There are many others. There are many others. I want to just cite an instance that is very real. We have Chinese landlord that have predominantly a Chinese building in the Lower East Side. He or she should know if someone that they're putting in the building has a history of being convicted for anti-Asian hate crimes. Why is that not considered? I mean,
so the anti-Asian hate crime bill just got passed when? Last year?
Right.
The anti-Asian hate crime bill is something that Biden put into effect after
he got elected.
After he got elected, after the pandemic, it was the anti-Asian hate crime, anti-COVID, whatever. It had COVID in there. It was something about COVID because supposedly, allegedly, during the COVID crisis, a lot of Asians were being assaulted around the country based on their race because Trump and them was calling it the China virus and all of that, right? That was their justification for creating this bill. So anybody who was convicted of a hate crime under that bill is probably hasn't got out yet. I wouldn't think, you know what I'm saying?
I think that they've been convicted. They haven't gone to trial or anything.
Right. Right? Did you even get convicted yet? But even if you went in and pled guilty on day one and got sentenced, I don't think you coming home just yet, right? So I think that's just some type of excuse that she's trying to throw out there because that was a hot topic in the news. But really, they're just looking for ways to discriminate against people and just make these areas just 100% Asian. They only want to rent to other Asians. You know what I'm saying? They own these multifamily buildings, these apartment buildings, and they only want to rent to other Asians. If you're black, they're not trying to have you in there. So they're trying to look up your record. If you got any type of crimes on your record, you've been convicted in the past. But there's a lot of people who are just coming home. And I believe these are the organizations who are repping for the recently released, formerly incarcerated people, trying to help them transition back into society. They're the ones that are fighting to get this bill passed. You know what I'm saying? But these people are just trying to make up any excuse to not let black people in the building.
I mean, there's assaults. There's so many violent history of people that can come in. Yes, there are some that are rehabilitated and have not committed, and those should be given a chance. But there are also ones that have repeat offenses that actually bring a lot of harm to their neighbors and their community. This bill does not address that. This bill addresses sex offenders. That's great. But you know what? What about everything else that people living in that building should be concerned about and will be concerned about? As Councilmember Holden rightfully said, we do a lot of checks to protect our children in schools. They spend 8 hours in school and we protect them. They spend the other hours at home. Where are we in protecting the kids that return home? Shouldn't they be safe? Shouldn't they be free from criminals? I think these are common sense things that need to be written into the law. And
so also another thing that I peeped, and y'all get the gist of what she's talking about right there. Right. But another thing that I peeped, she's talking about arrest and convictions. So if you even been arrested, they want to be able to discriminate against you, whether it was a conviction or not. And so this brother right here, he was spitting some real stuff. He wanted the formerly incarcerated individuals who's now an activist in the community. Let's listen to him.
My name is Douglas Powell.
Can y'all hear it? It sounds low.
It's low.
Let me see if I could do something with this volume. I don't know. I think the volume is just low on the video. Yeah, everything is all the way up. Everything is all the way up. Y'all got to try to listen good.
My name is Douglas Powell. I'm a vocal New York leader of the homelessness and the Civil Rights Union. I've been incarcerated for 34 years. I was forced to come homeless when I came out of prison. They took me to a shelter in shackles like I was coming off the slave ship, like I was a slave or something.
You hear what he said? He said when he did 34 years in prison, and he was forced to become homeless upon release. They took him to a shelter in handcuffs and shackles like he was coming off a slave ship. So you being released.
So why are you in shackles?
They still got you in handcuffs and shackles, though.
I had shackles and handcuffs on, going to the shelter. I'm being released, but I still got on shackles and handcuffs. This is not about felonies. It's about race. It's about black people. You see them Asian people that I just was talking? I live in Rico Park now. That is the racistest neighborhood I've ever been in. And there's nothing but Asians in there. If you go in a store, they will follow you around like you're getting ready to steal something.
And now one of the Asian ladies, they had tweeted this part of the video, and she was calling his speech anti-Asian hate speech.
I saw that. And some people tried to talk about his criminal record as well. He redeemed himself. He served his time. He's a free man.
He did his time. But yeah, they were saying what he's saying is the hate speech because he's calling out their racism.
Right.
He said this ain't about people having felonies. This is about race, anti-black racism.
Period.
He called it what it is, and they're saying that's anti-Asian hate speech.
So that garbage that they was talking up.
They trying to, excuse me. They trying to do what they see the small hats doing.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you call them out for their racism, you anti this and you anti that. The Asians is taking a cue from that.
And my thing too is I want to know what I would love to know what bowling ball head ass Roland Martin has to say, because remember he says that the anti Asian hate crime bill is for everybody. It's not just for Asian people. That's his argument, and that has been his argument this whole time. So I would like to know what bowling ball Roland Martin has to say about these racist Asians.
He know he goddamn lying.
That garbage that they was talking up here, because that's all it was garbage. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't want black people to live in black people's neighborhood. Because it's not their neighborhood. Because they from China, Hong Kong. We from New York. This bill has got to be passed. It got to be passed so that other people can live better. All New Yorkers need a permanent house to live. Not just white people, not just Asian people, but all people. I'm saying, like, if it wasn't for Unlock New York City, I would still be in that shelter. I was in the shelter for 3.5 years, fighting to get out, and they wouldn't let me out. And the only reason why I got the charge that I got is because the Judge Walsh, P50, Kings County, told me he didn't want to hear nothing I had to say, and if I go to trial, I was going to blow. So where did that leave me? I had to plead guilty.
Yo, and I'm gonna keep it real with you. I ain't no body language expert or nothing, but these other Negroes look uncomfortable.
Scared niggas.
They look scared and uncomfortable while he's speaking. They don't look like they got his back.
Nope.
They don't look like they standing with him.
Oh shit! I need to put this.
Wouldn't even be speaking to y'all right now. So I was forced to get a crime. I was forced to be a felon. Just like most black people that go into the system. Because as soon as you go into the system, ain't no real way out for you because you ain't got no money. And the lawyer they gave me was a prosecutor.
And that's real what he's saying right there at the end of that too. That's real what he's saying because, you know, like you said, they bringing up his crimes and his charges and all of that. But he's saying even in that case, he was forced to plead guilty because he ain't have the resources to fight the case.
Right.
You know what I mean?
A lot of black people do that. A lot of black people are forced to plead guilty and take deals, even though they the Central Park 5.
Right. But he was talking some real stuff, man. Shout out to that brother.
And speaking of, because I mean, it's not the Asian, part, but here in California where I am, a lot of you have already heard about what the situation with the city council members. Only one stepped down, which was that Nuri Martinez female. There's 2 more who refused to step down. And one in particular, his name is Kevin De Leon. And so the other day there was another, city council meeting or something like that. And it was this black dude that showed up. People are still protesting, basically. They want him to step down. He's refusing to step down, basically saying that if he steps down, then he's letting his constituents down if he does. So he's absolutely refusing to do so. And so people are protesting. This fool charges at this black man for exercising his First Amendment right, and fought him. But this man has lawyered up. And he's suing, and it's good. And I want black people here in LA to take a page out of these Hispanics' book, because these Hispanics know exactly what they were doing was wrong. They were calling the black child monkeys. They were talking about redistricting money from the black community into their own community. They were talking about, we need to get rid of such and such because he's for the blacks. All that was rooted in anti-blackness, right? And then you have these Hispanic people, residents here, standing behind this man and supporting him. Good, bad, or indifferent, at the end of the day, their community is standing behind him, even in his wrong. Even in his wrong, they're standing behind him. And then you see that video that you just played with that brother standing up, talking about the anti-blackness that he's experiencing and being forced to plead guilty on a charge that he may not have done. And the black people just sitting there like, ooh, we scared. Ooh, he's telling on massa. You understand? We need to be doing the same thing, meaning stand up, good, bad, or indifferent with our people, especially when they're working for us. We should be just as loud, just as proud, you know what I'm saying, to stick behind our people. And unfortunately and sadly, we don't really have any real black grassroots council members, Senate members. I don't care. Nothing really that's really about that black life and making sure that we're okay. But that video is on there. I just put it in the materials right now of this council member who was voted in by Los Angeles, who's refusing to step down for his anti-black racism, charged at and fought a black man.
And he claimed that he got assaulted, right?
He tried to claim that he was assaulted. Now, I don't have any news clippings here, but when you're looking at it on the local news here, even the white news media is saying that, first of all, the black man, this clip is super short. The black man hands was like this, you know, he's protesting, he's saying what he's saying or whatever, telling him to step down basically, and that dude charged him. So there's longer videos that are out there, and the black man was completely hands up, not being aggressive, you know, not trying to charge him or fight him or anything. So even white news media is saying that. And as y'all can, that's the council member in the pinkish looking shirt, at least that's Kevin De Leon.
And how you let that dude hem you up like that, bro?
You know what? At the end of the day, within an hour of it happening, he lawyered up. I'm not mad at him.
I ain't mad at him either. Do that. Yeah. Definitely do that.
Up immediately. You know what I'm saying? As he should, because again, you may not like what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? You may not like the fact that black people here in the Los Angeles area wants you to step down, considering, you know, you were a part of some anti-black racism. You are in a position of power. You're in a position where you're in charge of monies going to certain communities. You know, so yes, we want you to step down. We want you gone. And we have every right to exercise that right. You don't get to charge at me, you know, and swing on me because you don't want to hear it.
Facts. Facts.
We're dealing with. We're still dealing with this, y'all, here in Los Angeles. His refusal, and he has to actually go back on ballot, and people will have to vote him out. He has to actually step down. We're basically still paying his salary here in Los Angeles.
Yes, indeed. Now listen, I want to do something different before we get out of here, y'all. I'm gonna drop the link in the chat if anybody wants to hop on and chime in on any of the topics that we covered today. Before we get out of here, there go the link right there. It's in the YouTube chat. If y'all watching us on Facebook or Twitter, you got to come over to YouTube. Come over to YouTube. The link is inside the chat. If anybody wants to hop on and chime in on any of the topics from today, there goes the link right there. There goes your opportunity. Hop on and give us your thoughts.
And while we're doing that and waiting for someone to chime in and tap in, let's talk about Godfrey.
Okay, yeah, I do want to talk about that.
Godfrey, what happened, bro?
I do want to talk about that. Okay, yeah, let's talk about that real quick. Go ahead. Let me share.
Yeah.
Let me share the screen.
I was like, this is not it, buddy. Like, when are people supposed to address people? You know, when other people feel like they're
hold on. Some people don't know what you're talking about yet.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm bored. So
some people don't know what you're talking about yet. You gotta frame it. You gotta frame it.
I don't know how to frame it. You frame it.
All right. So I seen shout out to Marcel Dixon. Marcel Dixon posted a clip from Godfrey. I don't know what show Godfrey was on. And Godfrey was talking about when Marcel approached Warnock to ask him about reparations. Y'all remember that clip went viral,
right?
When he approached Warnock at one of his rallies and he ignored him. He had the security come get Marcel up out of there and all of that. And Godfrey was saying, well, I'm gonna play what Godfrey said so y'all can hear what he said for yourself. But that's where this clip was from. But Marcel's caption reads, so asking Warnock about his reparation stance at a rally in a state where the black vote is crucial was not the right time. He is a U.S. senator. He can do a lot. You see how many of these non-black Americans, freedmen, are so against us getting justice? Please shut your damn mouth at Godfrey. So here go the video right here.
This guy Warnock, I don't think a lot of people are big fans of his.
Nah, he was great.
I mean,
he was doing a lot of great shit. He was doing a lot of great shit because he got hooked up on that special election.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then the term over, and like he was like a midway. So I don't know, something happened before, and then he came and was filling in, and then so he did I think he just did a year.
Okay, because I know somebody had come up to him and asked him about reparations while he was campaigning, and he was like, he kind of ignored it. But I didn't judge him from that because it was the wrong time for that. And he was answering other questions, and he's like, "What about reparations, man? Like, what the fuck is he gonna do about it?"
You don't do that
like,
in Georgia.
You don't do that when I'm walking on the bus.
But you don't do that in Georgia,
right?
For the senator,
right? The guy, and it was a black reporter that said, "So, I'm not even trying to disturb you or not, man. What you gonna do about reparations and black people getting paid and shit? And what's gonna happen with that? Please tell me, please answer, because I'm gonna call you a sellout." He was like, anyway, guys, thank you. I appreciate it. But I didn't get mad at him for that because I was like, dude, you put him on the spot. Don't fucking do that. You could have been on the side, go, yo, man, what you mother do?
And he didn't even really go in on
this guy Warnock.
Say what?
Why we gotta move? We always gotta do something, pull them to the side and, articulate ourselves a certain way when everyone else that feels like they agree, they want to know what the fuck you gonna do for them. And they have no shame about it. They want to know. They don't care where he is. I don't give a fuck if you at the grocery store. You got people knocking on my door asking me to vote for you. So what the fuck are you gonna do for me and my people?
Nicely mad, y'all.
I'm pissed off because, and it's always someone that ain't even entitled to it doing the most barking about how we supposed to conduct ourselves when asking about reparations or anything else.
Now, let me just say, I agree 100% that it's always the right time. I don't know what y'all talking about no right time. I don't agree with what Godfrey was saying at all. But Godfrey is not against us getting justice. Godfrey is not a tether. He just wrong.
I get that. Shut up though and be wrong, but don't tell. The thing about it is Godfrey understands that too. So to say it wasn't the right time and man, what the fuck he gonna do and all this kind of stuff.
Godfrey understands what?
Absolutely wrong.
Godfrey understands what?
He understands what it is that we out here trying to get. So to say that he doesn't agree with how he was asked or something, or what the F is he supposed to do, and he could have pulled him to the side. Godfrey, shut up. We gonna pull you to the side. We gonna yell at you with a bullhorn and ask you what the hell you gonna do for us because you're out there where that rally was or whatever he was doing at that time when Marcel went out there. He was literally directly across the street from some living projects, from some projects
I remember
in a
that,
black community. You know what I'm saying? And then you got white people that he's entertaining. They over there, they don't live across the street in those projects that he was talking at. You know what I'm saying? But you over here entertaining some white girl about what it is that whatever she got going on and what you may do for her. And when this black man, which Marcel, if you look at the video, was asking Miley, "Hey, Warnock, can I talk to you for a little minute? Hey, Warnock, when you get a chance, can I talk to you?" So he did all that. Too.
He did. He definitely did.
He did all that too. But this motherfucker intentionally ignored him because let's be clear, he knew who Marcel was. Everybody knows who Marcel is. Or whatever. So Marcel's like, okay, this nigga gonna keep on ignoring me. Now I gotta get loud. With it. You know what I'm saying? But I also feel like Godfrey saw that video. He saw the whole thing. He knows the full context. So to come at with this whole thing of, well, he could have pulled him to the side. Well, I tried that, bitch, and it didn't work. Now what?
What I'm saying is, Godfrey could be wrong about this, and he is non-FBA, but we already know Godfrey has been vocal, standing up for FBAs for a long time. He got a good track record. So I'm not going to put him on the coon train or say that he's a tether. He's just wrong, and everybody's not going to agree on every single point, and that's okay. But I think it's good also for Marcel to call him out on it, because I think that's strategic. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not like Godfrey is nobody. You know what I'm saying? He's well known. You know what I'm saying? B-list, I say B-list celebrity. You know what I'm saying? And so maybe a C, maybe a high C, maybe a high. Godfrey been on some stuff, man. He's been around for a long time. He's been around for a long time, and a lot of his stuff goes viral too on social media. You know what I'm saying? Even when he was doing, Vlad show or whatever the case may be, a lot of his stuff has gone viral. But he has a good track record as far as being in alignment with FBAs. I give him his credit for that.
Well, this one in alignment.
Yeah, I mean he wrong. He wrong. And I think that he will actually engage Marcel. And so that's why I said I think it's good that Marcel called him out and tagged him and all of that, because Godfrey will say something. Godfrey will respond. You know what I'm saying? He's not one of the people that's going to be like, well, I'm too big, or you know what I'm saying? I don't got to respond to these peons. No, he down to earth.
Well, I felt like, and this is just my opinion, when he addressed it, some dude, Godfrey also knows who Marcel is, so he could have said his name.
I don't know.
He knew who Marcel was. And
he said C at best. He said C at best. Y'all shit on Godfrey. Godfrey got his weight up out here, man.
Listen. For the most part, Godfrey has showed me that he was on code with reparations and things like that, and that he was standing with foundational Black Americans when it came to reparations. This I don't agree with, and I also felt like it was a low key, dig at Marcel when he did not say his name. Some dude. You knew who that some dude was the whole time. Stop playing. Show some respect. Put some respect on Marcel's name. You know that everybody, reparations is a sensitive topic anyway. You know what I'm saying? And whether it's a foundational Black American or a non-foundational Black American that's talking like that, we going hard.
Absolutely.
Let's be very clear. We're going to go hard on them. So I don't think that this is something that he didn't expect, but also put some respect on Marcel's name. We are very sensitive about him too. You know what I'm saying?
I think it's good. I think it's good. I think it's good because I think Godfrey will respond to the call out, and that gives Marcel an opportunity to put his message and his talking points out there, you know what I'm saying, to people who otherwise might have not heard from him. You know what I mean? So that's why I think it's good overall. What did Jamar check him about? I didn't see Jamar check him about anything. What did Jamar? And some people say the same things about Jamar. People call Jamar tether. Some people call Lord Jamar tether. I don't agree with that either.
I don't either. Lord Jamar has been. I think that he'll frame his questions, the right way. He comes when he's talking about certain things like reparations and stuff. He'll ask. He doesn't just say, I don't.
He does have questions.
Frame it with a question because he is, genuinely trying to understand.
Yeah,
and I think, you know what I'm saying. So
I think he asks questions in good faith.
Yeah,
a lot of people, because somebody on his father's side, I think, is Guyanese or something like that. So a lot of people say, "Oh, he's non-FBA too." But I think Jamar and Godfrey both been solid for a long time, and they both could get the benefit of the doubt even when we have disagreements. And I see Dr. Umar is trending right now on Twitter. Dr. Umar is trending right now on Twitter. What they talking about? Oh, they just talking about all the interviews and stuff. They're making memes and stuff from the interviews. And see, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, Charlamagne, why don't y'all give Reza Islam some of that action?
Right.
Why don't y'all give Reza Islam some of that action? Bring him on the Breakfast Club and that other show you got popping.
We need to create a hashtag. Let's create a hashtag, for the Breakfast Club or Charlamagne to get Reza on. And we need to make sure that we're all under Charlamagne's pages, whether that's Twitter, Instagram, etc., and make sure we're campaigning to get our brother Rizza Islam on there.
So he said Jamal was on his bumper about Hitler and Margaret Sanger being the same evil. Well, yeah, Hitler got some of his game from the Margaret Sangers and them. So yeah, I didn't see that exchange though with him and Godfrey. I didn't see that. But yeah, peace. What's going on, Sister Colette?
Hey,
appreciate
sis.
you tapping in as always.
Chat.
Oh, you can't see the chat?
Yeah, I'm missing the chat, y'all.
I'll put it up here for you. Sister Colette says peace.
Peace, sister.
Right. Rizza Islam is overdue for the Breakfast Club. He should have been on there a long time ago. They scared of Rizza Islam.
They absolutely scared. But he exercises decorum, but he comes on with facts too. He's not disrespectful.
Extreme decorum.
Yeah. He doesn't, he's not one that will run all crazy on there, but he's definitely gonna spit truth. 1,000%.
Yeah, I mean, Jamal is up there. Dr. Umar is up there howling and screaming and cutting Charlemagne off, and you know what I'm saying?
And let's be clear, as much shit as he talks about Kanye, if Kanye wants to go on right now, he letting him.
I don't think so. Not now.
He would.
Not now. Charlemagne is not allowed. Let me say that. Charlemagne is not allowed.
They would let him because Kanye does not know how to articulate himself.
I understand that part. I understand that part. But he's the same one that told Nori not to bring him on Drink Champs in the first place.
So he says he mad because he wasn't on there that day, so he could get them views.
Yeah, he said RZA do it in love. That's a fact. That's a fact. But yeah, man, we need to do that. We need to do that. What's the hashtag?
Hashtag bring RZA or hashtag RZA speaks. I don't know. Y'all, come on, give some ideas.
We gotta hit RZA up, man. We gotta hit RZA up. See what the hashtag gonna be. Because we gotta get him to use it to make it official.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He gotta put it out there to make it official. So yeah, I'm gonna hit him up.
RZA though to counter. We need RZA on there to counter a lot of the madness, the mess, that's being spread, by certain groups as well as other Black people, including Charlemagne. I think it's only fair. It's only fair that, the conversation is more balanced too. I don't feel like it's been balanced. I feel like it's, swaying only towards a certain side. You know what I'm saying? So bringing RZA on there will bring a lot of balance to the conversation.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. But all right, family. Since nobody hopped on the link, that about does it for today's episode.
Oh, I don't have my calendar right now, so I can't even tell y'all who's gonna be on the Black Business Showcase this week because I don't have my calendar in front of me right now.
Is it Dimitri? Is it Dimitri?
Tomorrow Wednesday is what? What's the date?
It's gonna be the 13th, 14th, something like that.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't tell y'all. Just tune in.
Yeah.
We'll have a flyer for y'all. Black Business Showcase this Wednesday, same time. That is going to be 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Times. Tune in for the Black Business Showcase. Also tune in to both mine and Brown Skin Baddies Instagram. We'll let you know the official date of the next Pick Me Godcast episode. So make sure you guys are tuning in for that as well. I want to say I just got some news, y'all, today. I literally just got some news probably 10 minutes or so before Sincere and I went live. My cousin Charmaine passed away this month, over a week ago. I'm still getting details as I've been doing the Godcast today. I've been getting calls and text messages and stuff like that. So we're literally just finding this out. So I want to say rest in peace to my cousin. Definitely, I got to reach out, or connect with my family. I just found out today. So I'll be learning details as we end this. But again, rest in peace to her. And condolences to my family. She has a son, who's an adult. Yeah. So, yeah. Rest in peace to her.
Yes, indeed. R.I.P. And what's that? What's that? It's Star put hashtag RZA on HOAW?
On the Breakfast Club, yeah.
Am I slow?
On the Breakfast Club, right? On the Breakfast.
Ain't no B in there.
I don't know. I can't see it, so I can't. I would need to see it to make it make sense.
I don't know what that means, Star. Oh, hold on, wrong one.
Thank you, sis. Thank you.
Oh, Hell of a Week. That's the name of Charlamagne's other show.
Okay, there we go.
Hell of a Week. I don't know the format of that show. I just seen the clips. I don't know the format of that show. I seen they have like a little panel up there, whatever the case may be.
I think,
but yeah, whatever.
To me, kind of looks like Bill O'Reilly's kind of format ish. It kind of looks like that to me.
Or Bill Maher.
There you go, Bill Maher. I said O'Reilly. Bill Maher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So is that on television?
Yeah, I believe it's on Showtime or something like that. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So yeah, definitely on some on some Bill O'Maher.
Yeah.
I just said his name.
Maher, right? The same Bill.
Yeah.
Same thing.
But just a reminder, everybody, make sure that y'all visit www.themasters.rsvp. Pre-order the Masters table now. Get your hoodies. Get your prints.
I need
you know
two
what
of
I
them.
mean?
I need two of them.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And so, again, I just want to remind y'all, if you do order the hoodies, they fit a little snug. It's a snug fit. So if you like your stuff a little loose fitting, order one size up. Order one size up. After you place your order, expect to receive 2 emails. One with your receipt, and it's going to come from 2 separate emails because you're going to get an automatic email when you place your order with the receipt. But I'm going to email you personally, thanking you for RSVPing and reserving your seat at the Masters table. So expect 2 emails after you place your order, and I'll let you know the details when you can expect to receive. I'll send you the tracking order for your merch. The merch is going to be shipped immediately. You could track your merch, but as far as when the album is going to drop and when you can expect to get your CD and all of that, I will keep everybody posted on that. What's going on, G Nice? I think that's my dude, Greg Nice. That's Greg Nice from around the way. I think that's Greg Nice, man. Oh, the show is on Comedy Central.
Big, huge platform.
Yeah. But whichever one, Breakfast Club, Hold Your Own Nuts show, whatever show it is, bring Rizza Islam on that jump if y'all really want to talk turkey. All right. But other than that, we will see y'all on Wednesday for the Black Business Showcase. Yeah, y'all know the time. 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 6 p.m. Pacific Time. Other than that, hope everybody have a great week. Hope everybody have a productive and prosperous week. And that's it, man. But never forget, we are not the master teachers. We are only the master students and signal boosters for the voices of the new Black media. We'll see y'all in a couple days, man. Peace and Black love.
Still you so brilliant, most resilient. We poster children of prophecy fulfillment. We gotta be God's children. Yeah.